may already know, although my mother tongue is Spanish, my channel provides content in two languages, English and Spanish. Since last year or so, in my Spanish-speaking fora I have started to receive many comments mentioning a specific person. Many of these people I interact with in some of these sites are repeatedly using an author supposedly to be an authority on religion and Christianity. They were speaking about Carl G. Jung. Dr. Jung is a Swiss psychologist. Together with Sigmund Freud, created some of the theories behind the field of study of psychoanalysis, psychotherapy, and psychology. Since then, I've seen in several places this name come up again, particularly from the mouth of those defending New Age spiritualism and some forms of Christianity, specifically Catholics. What is it with these people and the use of Dr. Jung as an apologist? Well, I think I have found out. He has become the new flashcard for woo-woo apologetics.
Oh, we were Swiss reformed.
And did he make you attend church regularly?
Oh, well, that was quite natural. Everybody went to church on Sunday.
And did you believe in God?
Oh, yes.
Do you now believe in God?
Now? Difficult to answer. I know. I don't need to believe. I know.
He contributed with theories on the archetypes of the collective unconscious. Some of Jung's ideas have enduring scientific value. Jung's contrasting categories of extraversion and introversion and his thinking, feeling, sensing, and intuiting personality types are based on empirical observations. Author Dave Hunt once remarked that if a medicine man dressed in feathers and beads walked into a modern church, they would reject him. But if he were dressed in scientist garb, they would warmly receive him. I believe that the former is debatable these days, but the latter is all too common. A perfect illustration of this phenomenon is Dr. Jung, known among his intimate disciples as the Hexmeister of Zurich, the master sorcerer. Numerous Christians today welcome and apply his thinking. Some believe that because Jung's father was a Lutheran pastor, that Jung too was a Christian. Yet nothing could be further from the truth. Jung himself admitted privately to being a Gnostic and to borrowing elements of his thinking from ancient Gnosticism.
Looking for something in between, something that linked that remote past with the present moment. And I found, to my amazement, it is alchemy.
Some of his weird beliefs include auditory hallucination. Jung believed that people who have auditory hallucinations were hearing the words of the collective unconscious speaking directly to them. He did not consider these to be pathological. He actually considered them to be beneficial to the subject and necessary for self-improvement. This has been widely criticized and looked at as one of the weaknesses of Jung's theories. Instead of treating the hallucination, he would treat them as some benefit to the person. His literary style was very confusing at times, which leaves many of his theories up for debate. Some of the terminology he uses is vague and tough to understand. This makes it hard to fully appreciate what his theories mean because some terms can be used with multiple meanings. He also uses very obscure references that make his writings difficult for all but the most dedicated of students to get through. Relating to his science, Jung was not concerned with scientific testing, and many of his theories are not ones that can be tested in a laboratory setting. He was not concerned with things that could be measured, and this is a weakness in his theories. Jung's idea cannot be tested to see if they are true because there is no way to test things like chance, collective unconscious, and archetypes in the real world. His ideas are mystical and stray very far from scientific thinking. On religion, Jung tried with his theories to include religion in psychology, and this is seen as a primary weakness in his theories. His studies in mysticism, folklore, and mythology, coupled with an abiding interest in religion, led him to attempt to explain religion in psychological terms. Many psychologists do not feel that these issues can be explained by psychology. However, there are some that feel that Jung was revolutionary for trying to extend the practice into this area. There is certain dangers in his ideas, too, particularly because we have seen the results of his intervention in the religious arena. His methods are being applied on Alcoholics Anonymous, which many people criticize. Also, his ideas are being used behind the whole faith healing movement, which undermines the validity of modern medicine. Ultimately, he is a person who inspires authority, and the religious and Christians have shown a very weak spot for authority. Their dogma compelled them to. So there you have it, the father of many of the crazy things that religious and spiritual folks are bringing today. A new personality to flash in front of people in order to convince them or con them into believing in this woo-woo. Indeed, a new flashcard for bullshit. Thank you for your attention.